Hello guys and welcome back to the final episode of Season 1 of the Ipswich playthrough on Championship Manager 3 that I'm playing through on an actual Windows XP PC. I'm hoping to avoid the same fate that you can see has happened to Dave Jones, former West Bromwich Albion manager, and Alan Buckley, former Grimsby Town manager. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on Grimsby. So things have not gone great. We are still 18th, and we still just cannot get any form going together. Now look, we're not going to be West Brom. We're not going down. They've let in 91. We've let in 79. So we're not far off, but we've scored 51. So we have picked up our goal department, but we're miles away from the playoffs. Look, Crew there 71, probably sneaking in. Sunderland and Bolton already sealed their places, 99 and 92 points to go, 99 and 92 points already with only 5 games to go, so they have absolutely smashed that. And then Wolves, who had been part of that top 3, they've fallen away. They got all the way to the Cup quarter-final where they lost to Man United in a replay. Now let's have a look at the fate that's before us. Before we get to the squad, there's going to be all of these games in this episode, and we're going to keep it on very fast to make sure we get them all in and keep it snappy. But we're doing all of them because these may be the last. So we've got Tranmere, who are 4th. We've got Swindon, who are 21st. Stockport, who are 10th. Crystal Palace, who are 8th. And Port Vale, who are 16th. As long as we don't get fired before them, which may happen. We beat Bristol. David Johnson's grabbed a goal. One of the new signings, Stefan Dalou, who came in. So he's got a rating of 325,000 already. We've spent 400,000 on him. And he's been pretty good since he's came in. We lost to Barnsley. Eric Tinkler grabbed one. And Dyer grabbed one. We drew with Birmingham. Another one of the new signings, Juan Francisco Palencia, who was a midfielder in real life, it turns out, but he has been a real good signing. The problem I've had with him is I can't keep him fit. He's out injured again, but he's got 4 goals in 7 games and a 7.29 rating. We had some absolutely dreadful results. Got beat by QPR again. Here we are here. So Morrow and Hope. We lost also to Huddersfield. We lost to Watford. I've had several... Look, Tony Cottee scored in this one. Several votes of confidence. So the transfer window has closed. They're going to go over the problems we have straight away with the squad. Richard Wright wants to leave. Not happy with the club. Petter wanted by Tottenham again. Dyer, unhappy, wants to move to a bigger club. Lazio were interested in him, but I've fired his value up to 7.25 million for the time being. I was mainly trying to see if anyone could bite. But look, Palencia out for 3 weeks. One of the other new signings that you didn't see there, this guy, Ramirez Luna. Again, he's been decent since he's came in. He's not got the best league rating, but he's had a few good games. So we got him for 40k from UNAM. No idea how you're supposed to pronounce that. And then that is pretty much it in terms of the signings. Now, we've had to play this guy. I got so sick of Bracey that I fired him in the reserves, and he was out on loan for a bit as well. And then I did promise an update, so we will go to the reserves. There's Bracey there. On Midgley. So Midgley has played 14 games away on loan at Yeovil, and he's got 3 goals and a 6.79 rating. So his contract is coming out. I've not offered him a new one at the minute, but I'm going to wait and see how he does. And we'll maybe, if we are getting another job, we'll bring if we're getting another year, I'll bring Midgley back. If we're not getting another year, I'm going to leave him to be cut free. And we've got, look, Marcel there, just rotting away in the reserves, unable to buy him. And we're going to go through and have a look at what we're doing next. We've got Tranmere away. It is today. This is what I've been doing. This was suggested to me. So it is the wing-backs playing in the specific wing-backs. I've fired Dyer in there for now because he's not performed for me in midfield. When I've been at home, I've had the attacking midfielder on. If I'm playing a tricky game, I've fired in the extra defensive mid. And for the time being, just because I don't really know what to do with Petter, now I've changed to this. I've just got him there because he can play that attacking midfield centre. He doesn't really have the stats for it, but we're gonna leave him there just because we are looking a bit short. So as you could see, Johnson really needs to come out, and so does Wayne Brown, because they're below what I'd be comfortable starting a game with. So we're going to take him off. I'm going to bring Holder on in that other position, and let's take Brown off. And let's have a look. Who are we going to fire in? Let's bring Bramble in. Scowcroft, I called him Schofield again. Scowcroft is 85 is about the point where I'm not that comfortable playing someone, but I've got no one. I've got Naylor in here, so but for the time being I'm going to leave him in here because he's actually playing a bit of football now. He's not really played all year, so this is what we're going to go with. We're away at Tranmere, so we're going to leave that 3-man midfield. It's Monday. Can't remember the name of Tranmere's home ground. And let's see how we get on. Oh, Williams has got his first ever goal. Who is this? Ryan Williams, first ever goal for Tranmere. And we've not had a shot. I feel like in my mind, I used to be pretty good at Championship Manager and would near enough always end up winning leagues, getting promoted, getting the Champions League. David Kelly's added another. The fans in the upper tier were going to start ripping chairs off and throwing them on, a bit like the England fans did when he headed in that diving header at I want to say Roker Park, but I don't know if that's the right island, is it? Sorry, Ireland. Ireland and Northern Ireland fans that may be watching the channel. We're doing really bad. Right. Peta. He's playing a 5. He's doing terrible. I need something, so I'm gonna take Peta off, put Dyer there, and I'm gonna fire Adam Tanner on right wing back for Peta, who's being booked, and he's having a stinker. And I did have this on long. Let's go direct. I was trying to be unambitious and defensively solid, and as you can see, it has not worked. I feel like it feels so obvious now looking back, but Jason Kumas, of course. I've completely neglected the midfield, so with Keats and Holland out, that area just falls apart. I've basically got no backups in there. This could be a short episode. This could be the firing right here. Oh, Dyer's finally scored one. What is that? It's only his 3rd goal of the season. Look at that. Dreadful. It was third league goal, well, at least. So, look at those match stats. They've absolutely dominated us. Right, I'm going to take it off. Sunderland won promotion, Portsmouth are relegated. I was going to say, I'm going to take it off long ball. I'm going to go direct. I have also, as I was advised to do, I've put these guys, well, I thought I'd put them on to direct passing. That's what I've been told to do. Maybe changing the overall, one of them is. So I've got them on direct and centre, so I'm hoping they're kind of trying to feed the balls in channel. So we've got Swindon coming up, barring any kind of sacking. Right, Huckabee has won the English Players Player of the Year award. Runner-up was Dwight York. Let's see how they've done. So he's got 14 league goals in 26 games. Coventry, as I say, last I checked, they are way up there. So they are 6. So they can get a bit higher if they keep that up. Let's have a look at your man Dwight, who was part of our league-winning team on Premier Manager. Man United, were they top? They're first, aren't they? They've sealed that up effectively. Right, Owen has won the Young Player of the Year. He's only got 6 goals. He's got a good match rating though. Look, 7.48, I think that was. And then Michael Ball. So it's the Merseyside sweep. We've got the UEFA Cup semi-final first leg. No one has scored. KG Affairs. Right, we've got both of those, don't we? We've got to play both of them. It is very much sacking season. Now, if I am staying down and we're getting another year, I would very much like to get rid of Wolves. Right. Jarman is not fit enough to come back in. Scowcroft has dropped below my nearly arbitrary line. I will admit that. So he's going to have to come out. Whereas Johnson's still not back. Do you know what? I'm going to fire Naylor onto the bench. So would rather have Naylor on there than Scowcroft. Right, so there's one of the changes. I'm going to keep Kieran Dyer in, but I'm going to redo this midfield because I was not happy with that. So I'm going to go with Stockwell. Has he got... Yeah, Stockwell's got bravery of 20, which means a lot to me in my head. He's got good teamwork, which is what we need. I'm going to leave Brown on the bench. Am I going to bring... No, what? I tell you what, we've just let him 3 goals. I can't be sending out the signals that it's okay. Now, Keats, did I just miss him last time? Was his suspension already up and I just didn't spot it? Because if so, that's embarrassing. Holland is still crocked. Tell you what, I'm going to bring in Clapham. Clapham's not played much this year. Well, he's not played in a while since he moved off of the system. But Holster, he's just not cutting it. And I have no idea who I put on the bench. So let's go Tanner. Let's go Holster. No, let's go Petter. And then let's go Naylor, because I did want him, didn't I? Right, let's see. Yeah, I know that. At home versus Ipswich, Friday 9th of April. Imagine this is on TV if we're playing on a Friday. I can imagine... Well, I was going to say I could imagine Don Goodman, but he would still be playing, wouldn't he? The era's equivalent of Don Goodman being like, why is Maceo underperformed so much? So we've done a little bit better there. Look, that first half was almost over. And we've scored. Stockwell has scored. I've brought him in. And he's had the braveness to score for me. He's been like, I don't know why you lot all hate this guy. He seems okay. Right, Stockwell. Go. I'm now thinking about bringing Frampton in permanently because his contract is running out. And he's one of those people, I feel like he's got good stats, but absolutely no one seems to want him. And that might be my problem as a manager. I want the people no one else wants. But there is Frampton. Both of my wing-backs have potentially saved my job. Wayne Brown, I brought him in. See, I told you I was good. I told you I was a good manager. It's not my fault these idiots hate me. Let's bring... Talking of people who hate me, Marnox. Still on his 1 goal. Look at this. This is all Ipswich. And Naylor scored. It's easy. Look, when you do what I tell you to, easy. We've taken Ipswich apart there. Swindon apart. I did very much take Ipswich apart, depending on your point of view. I don't... Maybe part of my problem is this is like the 5th or 6th time on camera that I've confused the team that I was playing as. I had my mouse over QPR and both Wolves when I was playing against them. It's like he's gone in the wrong dugout again. Let's have a look at some player ratings, though, because we've done a win. Stockwell brought in 10. He's keeping his place. Frampton, this was what I was on about. Look, £100 a week. His contract's running out. No, absolutely no one wants him. But look at his crossing and his determination. And he's got the intangibles, stamina, strength, teamwork, off the ball. All the things that I like. Maybe I'm not as cultured a manager as I like to think. But there we're up to 17th. Swindon's taken the gloss off a little bit that I've spotted Swindon were 21st and they've let in 89 goals. But look, normally that's not a game that we would be guaranteed to win. So we've done that. We're never going to catch Bristol, but we want to finish 17th then, don't we? That's our lofty goal for the episode. Tell you what. Oh, I can't buy him. When did his contract run out? It's his loan contract. Of course. That'll be why there's no bids coming in from him. But I might have £35,000 for him at the end of the year. David Johnson's on the way back. I would like to be able to show you Palencia before we leave. Right, Luna is back as well. That's good for me. So he can go into that 2 weeks for a car. I don't think we're going to see him, but this is a man we can see. I'm going to click my subs off just to remind me that I need to be fitting him in my team. Holland has not developed as well as I hoped. He's probably another one that we have seen the last of in terms of this month. Because look, he'll be back in full training in about a month. So this is disastrous for me. This is one of the things that I've not planned well for in the transfer window, which is when these guys go off on under 21 duty. And look, Richard Wright has lost his place to Simonson, who he's better than. I would say he's better than him. He's definitely better than him. Elliot Jackson, not totally sure who that is. But we every time he goes off, I still have to play, even though I'm missing both of those. And this guy, I was talking about bringing him back, he's off in the bloody Mexico squad again. So the downside to my pro-Mexico stance has been that I've continually lost these guys. I know I've lost Johnson. Johnson has transferred to Jamaica, and now he's been called, or he's declared for Jamaica, and he's now been called up for their squad. Who is this guy? Yeah, see, look, he might not start in the next game, or he might not be showing us starting at the minute, but he will be starting, which is putting him at risk to me. That's not what I want or need. They've got a good team, though, haven't they? Where's Gardner? Is Gardner already at Bolton? He'd be someone who'd be perfect for my new system. Right. Lee Jarman is back. Stockport reserves have lost. I've done it again. Ipswich reserves have lost. Richard Logan. This guy has been here all year. No one wants him. He's just rotting away. He rarely plays, even in the reserves, it feels like. Right, so luckily, the international game has not occurred yet. Calder, off you come. I'm not even sure you're going to go on the bench. Scowcroft in his very low morale so he can be sub number 1. Luna can come in for Clapham. I'll tell you what I am going to do. No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to spin him in with Dyer, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to just put Jarman on the bench because he's only just come back, and we had a clean sheet. So I know Swindon were probably not the sternest of tests. There's nothing worse than when you start the game and it is all the other team's colour. Johnson's already started to... Well, it looked like he'd had a few shots there. They've come on now. I feel like what would be the most on-brand thing for me to do would be to go on a little unbeaten run here and then still be fired at the end of the year. Because having looked into what they said at the start, they wanted a respectable league finish, which has been translated to me at Ian Moore. He was always one of the guys who goes on to sometimes be really good on this game. And he's been pretty good. That's his 16th goal in 42 appearances. Anyway, I was talking about unbeaten runs. I'm not even going to bother finishing that now. Because we're 2-0 down. Richard Wright's having another stonker. Let's just move. Let's just fire this on someone else. What's his influence? 14. So Cundy, Richard Wright, you want to leave? Playing like an idiot. Let's see if that makes any difference. Right, Mackenzie off, Scowcroft on. Brown is having a stinker. Let's bring Jarman back. And Luna has scored. That's his first ever goal for Ipswich. Surely a way back into the game. We're not going to do this, are we? We're not going to do it. Nope, I don't think so. But it's a better performance. It is a better performance. We're still in 17th spot. Let's check this before we do anything else. So Bolton have won promotion. West Brom have been relegated. If you had the money... And look, they've got a partnership of Stefan Everson, who I know plays for them because he scored past me, and Lee Hughes. Lee Hughes, who is now going to be a 1.8 million release fee. But sadly, we don't have 1.8 million. But he's had quite a good year, he has. Now, let's see, can we click to the next game and still have a job? Right, so we've made it. We do have another match today. Nothing has happened since... that transition, except Cologne came in for Richard Wright, and I put it up to 2.1 million, and I wanted 25% of a sell-on fee, and they were like, not interested. So, you know, do one. I feel like we were better when we had Luna in there. So let's give that a go. I am going to bring Scowcroft in, just because he's off soon. Tell you what, I'm going to give Calder a little spot on the bench. Wayne Brown is injured. Missed that, right. Where's Jarman? Jarman can come back in. Bramble on the bench. So there we go. Wright, Jarman, Cundy, Dalu, Frampton, Stockwell, Keats, Dyer, Luna, Johnson and Scowcroft. Bobby Pett has lost his place. He's been one of the best performers all year, and now he's just out of the side, which... I feel surprisingly bad about, considering it's not real. I just picture his sad little face. Oh, Sasa Kurcic. I wonder if he's still running his own football skills school in and around London. That was the last I heard about him. Palace getting a good up-close look at Frampton. Right, that's a good half, that. Look, they've had 6 shots, but none of them have been on target. So I like to think that's because of our defensive work. Player ratings, we're doing pretty well. Sasa knows I was bigging him up, so he's on a 7. He's like, oh, this guy likes me. Johnson, I'm going to leave on. I feel like this is the problem I have with him. He gets rolling and firing, and he gets injured, and then when he comes back, he's just not the same. And it seems to be like it takes him a while to get match fit, even though that's not a rating on the game. Again, that might exist entirely in here, but I feel like it exists. We're stifling these. Oh, come on, Scowcroft. Right. Oh, fabulous strike from someone. I'd just been like, I'm gonna bring on the Marnix. And Sun Ji Hai has just scored. And there's a big crowd here. I feel like I can hear them jeering in my head. Oh, one of my signings. Ipswich draw level. So look, Palace in 9th. So they have slipped off a bit. Barnsley have won, though. They've taken that away from us. I don't think we can catch them now, can we? 109 points. No, look at the goal difference. We're not catching them. QPR have achieved a playoff place. More importantly, I still have a job. Still have a job. Right. I've never been more tense clicking on that red. You have news. Port Vale away. Final game of the season. Again, we beat them. Although that meant little when we played Stockport. Wolves, Tranmere drawn 1-1. Could be a dress rehearsal for the playoff final, that. Am I going to drop this back in? No, do you know what? I'm going to try and be brave. we're going to go double Mexican. Naylor can come onto the bench. Petter is out, isn't he? Oh, someone's after Frampton. Now that I've got Frampton going, all of these people are suddenly showing an interest. Unconventional. I'm going to try and buy him right before a game. I was like, oh, I've got news. There we go. Ipswich Town, I know. Oh, it's because he's... I was like, what is happening here? It's because he's on my shortlist. It's like, you don't need to tell me that we've bid for him. I just did it. I don't think I've ever seen that. Now it's a chance. He's just gone on my... I'm talking of shortlists. Callahan's just got on my shortlist, and this is a chance for him to impress me in person. Not that I'll ever have enough money to buy him, but... How are we doing stats-wise? We're doing not great, and we've just had a man sent off. So the natural thing to do is we're going to drop these back. Tell you what. Let's drop Keats into that hole that's vacated there. I've reached the stage. If I get a draw now, I'll probably take this. Not really a lot I can do or change. Let's see what we can do. Can we keep this to 0? And if not, final day of the season, I'll throw another forward on. Frampton did that. I saw that. There we go. I was excited for to get the Johnson Palencia strike force live in episode, and look what it's resulted in. Port Vale 0, Ipswich 0. Are we going to keep our job? So let's just check where we finished first. It's moved on to the Crew versus Wolves, QPR versus Tranmere, so we don't need to worry about that. You know, we've comfortably stayed up, 19 points clear. We nearly got caught by Grimsby, and we got left behind by Barnsley in the end, but we've done it. Gundy's been banned for 2 matches. Crew's reached the playoffs, and we've been giving £500,000 for finishing 18th in the Premier League. Look at what I have given you, Ipswich board. From saying that they were unambitious, for not wanting more than mid-table finish or whatever it was, or I think it was respectable, wasn't it? I said before. We've gone on to completely fall off from that. I can't remember where I was going with that. I've got so confused of, is it worth putting in this on camera, or is it worth wrapping up? I'm going to put him in as a important first team player. He wants £2,000. I'm going to give him it. Look at these other people who are interested in him. He's got 2 goals in 7 games since we brought him in. One of them was a pen, but then look at his set pieces. I'm gonna make sure we've got quite a good release fee on this. And Supple is back. So there we are, guys. I'm not going to click through. Let's end on the good news that Frampton has agreed his like 4,000% pay rise. He's going from £100 a week to 2,300, and he's going to be part of our team for next year. So I'm going to go off and build that, barring any type of colossal sacking, in which case there'll be a crash edit back in here to be like, no, season 2. We will be back for season 2 of Ipswich Town. Wrong camera. For Championship Manager free. So we are having a second season of Championship Manager. I'm going to try and work on the squad, work on the tactics, get some depth in, get a new goalkeeper, get an extra centre-back, a backup midfielder, and then we're going to see if we can build next year And I don't mean build on 18th. I mean try and get in the playoff race. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on Season 2. Well, queued that up for no reason at least.